everyone, it's Mrs. Thompson again. Today we are going to make another drawing, but first I wanted to thank everyone that watched the fox video yesterday and drew the picture of the fox. If you haven't, it's not too late. It's staying on my YouTube channel. It's not going anywhere. But I loved seeing those of you that drew it and getting to see your pictures. Azalea and Cambria, I know your mom was excited to get to show you. I hope that you guys will take a picture of your fox and let me see it. Graham, I loved seeing your fox. That made my morning. So thank you so much for sending me that. And for Miss Garcia's daughters and Miss Garcia herself, she even drew it. I loved getting to see all your pictures, especially the pink one. Whoever did that one, that was very creative. I love that. And then, of course, Miss Menefee's and Miss Dildano's kids. I know you're planning on doing it, so be sure you share your pictures with me. And let me know where foxes live, because I'm still wondering about that. But today we're going to draw a dog, and we're going to start with the word dog and turn it into a dog. So this one, it's real simple, but it's also really fun. So first you want your paper going side to side where it's short and fat. And I am using a Sharpie. Again, you can draw with whatever it is you have. It does not matter. I realize we're all kind of just making do with what we have. And I'm going to write the word dog. And we're doing it all in lowercase. And excuse if mine is a little crooked because I'm having to draw to the side so my head is not in the way of where you're trying to see. So I have the word dog all in lowercase. Now I'm going to take the D and I'm going to make it look like a backwards capital B. And then in the O, I'm going to make a little dot. And what do you think that's going to become? I bet most of you know. I know Graham will know right away. Then I'm going to, in between my O and my G, I'm going to make a little kind of an arch, connecting it almost like a pair of glasses. And then here I'm going to take this little kind of stick that comes down, and I'm going to make it just come down a little further, almost like a tail. And then on my G's tail, I'm going to give it like an extra tail. Notice it's kind of like a diagonal line. Now hopefully you're starting to see our dog emerge. Now I'm going to go over here and in between the O and the D, I'm going to make a little line that kind of connects them. It's like a little bridge going between the two of them. And then between my O and my G, I'm going to make another bridge. And notice what kind of line both of these are. They're a straight line. Same thing here. And here, those are straight lines. All the rest of them are curved or circles. All right, now we have this weird little half circle here. I'm going to put a dot that kind of matches that one. Hopefully you're starting to see more and more dog emerge. Now on the end of my G, I'm going to put a little smile. Okay. Now, where I have this line and this line just kind of hanging down, not connected to anything, I'm going to make a smile line that connects them. And then I'm going to do another one identical to it right above it. It's like these two lines are twins. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here to where my G is, and I'm going to put an empty circle in it. I'm not going to color that in black. Now again, hopefully you're kind of see the dog now. All right. So if you look, his eyes are here. This is going to be his nose. And these are his ears. Okay? If you still don't see it, just hang in there with me and don't give up. I'm going to go back to my black Sharpie, and I'm going to color all of this in solid black except for that circle. I'm going to leave that white. It's kind of like when you guys are doing your anime and manga eyes, and you leave those little white circles inside. That's the light reflecting or kind of giving it some depth. It makes it look a little more three-dimensional and a little more interesting. You could even do a little smaller one next to it if you wanted. And again, just like always, you have creative freedom with this. You can change it any way you want. You can color it any way you want. You do not have to make it look just like mine. Now, I drew one of these yesterday practicing, and I gave him a red collar. Today, maybe this is going to be his girlfriend, and I'm going to give her a pink collar. But remember, there's no such thing as girl colors or boy colors. I don't like when I hear someone say pink is a girl color or purple is a girl color, because there's no such thing. My dad loved wearing pink shirts, and he was the most manly guy I ever knew. He was a cowboy, he broke horses, he rode in a rodeo. He was very rough around the edges, but he was not afraid to wear a pink shirt. And then you can color him in any color you want. I don't have any crayons or normal markers here at home, so I found these colored pencils in our little school supply cabinet I have for my two sons, even though one of them's away at college. And I'm going to color it in. And again, if you don't have anything to color with at home, don't feel bad. There's nothing wrong with leaving your picture black and white. One thing I am going to do, for those of you that don't have anything to color with, when I order my groceries, I'm going to try adding on crayons or markers. The stores may be out, but maybe you could add something like that onto your grocery order if it's okay with your mom. And if she's trying to stay on the budget right now, or your dad's trying to stay on the budget, again, don't feel bad. Right now, we're all just making do with what we have. But you do not need to go out to the store and go shopping. I know it's so tempting. I have wanted to go to Michael's so many times in the past 4 days. And a couple of times, I'll admit, I almost picked up my purse and went out the door to go. But I decided that wouldn't be the wisest decision right now. So I'm just staying put. Like I said, I'm going to try to order a couple of things with my groceries. Maybe I'll luck out. But right now, everyone's just doing what you got to do to make it through the next couple of weeks. And I'm having to kind of color to the side, which hurts my arm just a little. That's okay. And again, notice with the coloring, I know you guys probably get so tired of hearing me tell you don't scribble, don't scribble, don't scribble, don't scribble. But again, I'm going to say, don't scribble. When you color, pick a direction and stick with it. Notice I'm coloring side to side, okay? Now, one thing, especially those of you that are older, layering colors is always a good idea. This is a darker brown if you look at the end. And this is kind of a peach color. But I can go back over it with this peach color and kind of add a layer. And you may or may not be able to see it, but it's kind of smoothing out those lines a little bit. Older kids and professional artists, they use color pencils that are called Prismacolor. This is actually a Prismacolor Scholar. I don't know how much you're able to see under that camera, but it's an expensive brand, Prismacolors, but they help you blend colors together and make it look really nice. So if you've ever looked at some of those pictures that professional artists have done or high school students have done, and you've wondered how did they make it look so good, it's usually because they use more professional supplies like Prismacolor. So that's something you could look into as you get older, because they are really expensive. If you're in kinder first, even possibly second, I don't know that it'd be worth the financial investment. But if you're in third or fourth, and of course older, I know some of our friends are watching that are former ESC stallions, and you've moved on to Lillard, Jones, maybe even Lakeridge. But Prismacolors are definitely worth the buy. And be sure you get either a white Prismacolor to go with it, or the blender, because then that will go in. Let me see if I can show you. Like even on the nose here, I can add a little reflection, and the Prismacolor will go on top of it in a way that like Crayola wouldn't be able to do. Or even right here, you can see my pencil strokes. I can take this white Prismacolor and go over it. I'm pressing down pretty hard, and I'm going over and over and over it. But do you see how it's smoothing it out? So again, that's how professional artists and older artists make their stuff look so incredible. aggressive. And then I could even take another color, and I could go over it, and just add a little depth, a little interest to it. So, again, that's just especially for those of you that are a little older, or maybe you are in first or second, and you're like, I'm a really good artist, and I'm ready to take things to the next step. That's just some little tips of things you can do. Now, when you're done with your dog head, add things to it. Like maybe you could pretend that you got his body here. His little chubby body is here, but it's going off the page. Maybe it's a pretty sunny day. You have the sun off in the background. And again, I'm coloring fast because I don't want you to get bored, but I'm still not scribbling. And then back to blending the colors. Like this orange needs to be sharpened, but I can take my orange and go over it. Just add a little interest to it. Take my yellow again, go back over that orange, and just blend it. So if you have colored pencils at home, kind of play with it. And if you don't worry about it. And I can add a few just kind of clouds. I'm not sure what kind of clouds these are. I've never been a good science person. Maybe, it looks like an egg. But maybe those would be stratus clouds, cumulus clouds. I'm going to guess they're cumulus, but I don't know. I'm going to make a horizon line. So this is the ground kind of going off in the background behind my dog. So he's in the foreground, he's close to you. And you have the ground, and then way in the background you have the sky with your fried egg. I could do a little tree here, and I do a cotton ball tree. And then brown again, and I can do my little tree trunk. Maybe there's a hole in this tree. Stranger Things fans, every time I see one of these holes in a tree now, I always think of Stranger Things. If those of you that are younger don't watch Stranger Things, freak you out. And of course I can color my tree in. And you get the idea. And then you could go on and add just about anything here that you want. Maybe you could pretend he's at a dog park. You can draw other dogs. And just add anything you want to it. I would, if I was going to continue, I would color my sky blue so that these look like clouds. And then that would help fix the fried egg effect. I could, even though it's kind of cheesy, I could add little rays on my sun. And again, that will solve or help solve my fried egg problem. A color around it. Again, pretend I'm coloring the whole sky blue. I would color my sky ground, maybe put some dog toys on the ground, maybe a cat that's running away from the dog, all kinds of things that you can add. But again, let me see your pictures when you're done. Maybe you can post them in the comments, or you can email it to me. You can put it on Facebook if Facebook friends with your parents. I love, love, love to see your pictures. Like I said, seeing your fox pictures made my morning when I woke up this morning. So thank you. Take care of yourselves. Listen to mom and dad. Today, try to find something you can do to help your family. Take the trash out, feed the dog, set the table for dinner. Just find some kind of good deed you can do around the house to help your mom and dad out or your parents, okay? Have a great day, and I will see you soon.